Hi, Philip. How's it going?
Good morning, Reem. It's great to be here.
So, Philip, obviously, investment is a critical component to economic growth, particularly in the form of long-term investment, especially when you talk about foreign direct investment, because it brings about various benefits in the form of macro impact or micro impact as well. But obviously, there's also a huge amount of competition on global capital. And countries have to ensure that they have attractive investment opportunities and business-friendly investment environments. So from a Namibian perspective, what makes Namibia an attractive destination for investment, and what opportunities does Namibia have for investment?
For Namibia as an investment destination, certainly there's a number of opportunities across various sectors that is on offer. Most pertinent has been for a long time the mining and the resources sector, and then the ancillary services which sits around that. Over the past few years, Namibia has seen significant investment into the mining sector in various aspects, all the way from offshore to onshore. That, to my mind, is supplemented by the opportunity set in the energy space. As of late, we've seen significant investment into solar and wind energy as part of creating a sustainable power mix or energy mix for Namibia, but also for the region. In addition to that, as of late, we've had a number of discussions around the green hydrogen potential that Namibia offers. A few pilot plants are in construction and a number of projects are under consideration. And then lastly, most recently, the significant oil and gas finds in Namibia, and should that be proven to be commercially viable, the opportunity for investors in that space would also be immense. It would be direct investment, but also into the ancillary services. So definitely a second very substantial investment opportunity. And then the Namibian government has always been very clear that one of its key focus areas is to do value addition to what we do have in the country from a resources perspective, but also more broadly to enhance and support the manufacturing sector in Namibia. And perhaps to then wrap up with Namibia as a logistics hub, we have seen Namibia has grown in importance in the region over the past decade. Specifically, if you think about port, road, and rail operations and how we have served the region out of the Namibian infrastructure and the Namibian location. And then maybe a little bit more on a micro level is specifically the agri, where we see significant opportunities, and then also in the tourism space, where Namibia remains a very, very sought after destination. So these are, to my mind, a mix of opportunities that exist in Namibia, but it's not limited to those. These are some of the key sectors which I wanted to highlight, but if you want to look at it in more detail, there's probably many more investment opportunities that Namibia offers.
Yeah, I do agree with you that Namibia has a lucrative portfolio of investments. But can you share with us what are some of the investor sentiments? Like, what are they saying? What are they looking for in Namibia as an attractive destination? Or what makes up, the most important factors when they make their investment decision?
So I think in general, investor sentiment towards investment in Namibia is fairly positive. Yes, there's always areas that one can improve on, but in general, investors are very positive about Namibia. Maybe if I reflect on Namibia specifically, Namibia has been independent for more than 30 years. We see significant political and economic stability. The country has had a number of regime changes, and all of that has been peaceful. Namibia upholds the rule of law and private property rights, which is key for private sector investment, is very much entrenched in the Namibian constitution and has been a part of doing business in Namibia for, as I say, more than 3 decades now. So definitely, as an investment destination, I think Namibia offers various very attractive macro and micro prospects. If you ask about specifically what investors are looking for, I think it's something that's not only specific to Namibia, but globally, certainty is key for investors. And if I say certainty in terms of the rule of law, in terms of policies, in terms of investment frameworks, investors would like to know what they're in for because they make decisions that will span over years and decades. So they need a level of certainty around these investments. I think the second thing that's also very important is the operating environment and how investors are able to navigate the investment thesis. And if I can be more specific, it's about if they make an investment decision, to be able to timely get through the necessary regulatory approvals, the necessary checks and balances that needs to be complied with to ultimately get to executing on your investment in a time that is amicable and supports the investment decision, because there is a time value to money. And if it takes too long, then you just end up with an investment case that's no longer viable. And perhaps lastly is the point around ultimate repatriation of funds, but also to be able to divest. And different investors have different investment horizons and different investment reasons. So at a point in time, an investor may want to exit, may want to repatriate its funds, may want to sell its shares. And we should also be able to facilitate that as a country so that people are able to extract themselves when they see the time is right. That's just some high-level ideas or thoughts from my end.
So in making all of this magic happen, what role does RMB play in terms of facilitating investment for Namibia?
So RMB is a leading African corporate and investment bank. We are part of the First Rand Group, and we offer our clients innovative financial solutions and advisory services. RMB has a team of highly skilled individuals operating across multiple aspects of financial services, including advisory, investment, finance, risk management, and others. And with the services on offer, we really enable clients, prospective clients, or just interested parties to get a better understanding of the investment opportunity that exists in Namibia, or more broadly Sub-Saharan Africa, and also through some of our other subsidiaries, even London and India. Specifically to Namibia, we have a fully fledged corporate and investment bank in Namibia, which services all the areas I've mentioned. And for us, every investor's journey is unique, whether it's a local investor wanting to do local investment, or whether it's a foreign investor bringing foreign direct investment into the country. We strive to support the investors on their journey, to understand the lay of the land up front, to support them through the journey of operating in Namibia, and ultimately to divest or to exit Namibia if that is their wish. So we play the full sphere of financial services, and we provide outcomes to investors which will hopefully help them and us create a long-term sustainable Namibia with long-term sustainable investment in the country.